Back in 2023, Floyd said this.
Four of my children are adults. And I told them, listen, no more handouts.
One of his daughters either did not get the message or was not ready to accept it because not long ago, she jumped on social media to fire back at
saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me. Okay. She kept hitting me on the...
A lot of people are asking how she gets her money. She does not have a known job, yet she lives a high-profile lifestyle, and all she seems to be doing is sleeping around with rappers and apparently stabbing people.
Gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on this shit.
Between the controversies and the perception that she has been living off her father's fame and fortune, the situation has always been messy. But now, things have taken a new turn with her reportedly confronting Floyd over the end of those handouts. And in this video, we are going to break down exactly what happened. The money stops. Floyd Mayweather went on a podcast and told the world his new rule. No more handouts for his children. He said all four of them, Quran, Iyanna, Zion, and Jira, were adults now. He said he would no longer hand them money. He said the free ride was done. His words were direct. He said he felt like just giving them cash was hurting them. He would invest in their education. He would help them start a business. But the days of handing over money with no conditions attached were finished. Floyd's position was not a surprise to anyone who knew his history. He had spent decades building a brand around the name money. His career earnings surpassed $1 billion. He made hundreds of millions from the Pacquiao fight alone and hundreds of millions more from the McGregor fight. He had been giving to his children for years. He gifted Iyanna a multi-million-dollar diamond ring for her birthday. He threw her a party that cost over $1 million with Drake and Future performing. He bought her a luxury Rolls-Royce when she was a teenager. He said publicly that he fights so his kids can be known as rich kids for the rest of their lives. For years, the money flowed to his children without conditions and without limits. Then the rules changed and the question that everyone wanted answered, the question that would define the next chapter of this family's public saga, was how his children would respond. Specifically, how Yaya would respond. The answer came in stages. It did not come quietly, and it did not come privately. Yaya's relationship with her father's money had already been a subject of public discussion for years. Her estimated net worth sat somewhere between $1 million and $5 million, drawn partly from influencer partnerships, her brief music career, and the family's financial support. She had no traditional job and had never pretended to want one. Floyd himself had acknowledged this openly. He had said his goal was for his children to live as rich kids without the need to grind the way he did. That philosophy was not hidden. It was the whole point. But when Floyd drew a line in the sand on the podcast, the internet seized on it. Commentators began asking what would happen if the man called money stopped being the ATM his children had relied on for their entire lives. Rumor and speculation multiplied. Content creators latched onto the narrative and Yaya, watching all of it unfold in real time, decided she had heard enough. By early 2026, Yaya had had enough of people telling her what that change meant for her life. She went live on social media and addressed the trolls head-on. She told them they did not have a house to wash themselves in and had no business talking about her finances.
So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted, I had to sell my drawer.
She said her father made it to a point where he does not want his kids to work for a living. She asked why that would bother anyone. She said the people criticizing her were mad because their own parents could not do the same thing. She took it further. She said she wants the same thing for her son.
You think Floyd did that intentionally? Yeah, for sure.
Internet split. Some praised her for owning her position, saying that is what generational wealth is about. One generation works so the next one does not have to. Others called her entitled and worse.
I'm proud of my daughter because even though she's a little young now, but baby, she's 21, and she'll be 22 this year, but I'm proud.
Before the live stream, Yaya had posted about considering getting a job for fun because she was bored. That post alone set off its own round of backlash. People suggested she try retail. People said it was the most out-of-touch thing they had read all year. She did not get the job. The post lingered in the discourse, though, feeding into a perception of Iyanna as someone so disconnected from the world outside her father's wealth that even the concept of employment was a novelty, something to try on like a costume and discard when the novelty faded. To her critics, it confirmed everything they believed about the Mayweather children. To her supporters, it was simply an honest admission that most people would make if they had the same financial cushion beneath them. She had also pushed back against more targeted rumors. One viral claim alleged that she had paid someone a large sum of money to spend a week with her during a rough period in their relationship. Iyanna called the story a weird fake narrative and insisted that both she and the other person were financially independent of each other. The rumor had no sourcing, but it spread anyway, becoming another tile in the mosaic of stories the internet assembled about a rich man's daughter who could not function without someone else's money. Whether that someone was her father or her child's father, what made all of this louder was what was happening around the same time. YouTube channels had started running videos with titles like "Shocking Floyd Mayweather's Daughter Blames Him for Losing Everything" and "Mayweather Erupts as His Daughter Exposes Embarrassing Truth About His Debt." These videos alleged that Iyanna had cut ties with Floyd, sold her luxury items, distanced herself from the Mayweather name, and blamed Floyd's financial scandals for destroying her opportunities. Anonymous insiders claimed she held him responsible for her financial downfall. They said brands were pulling away from her. They said she was liquidating everything, the jewelry, the cars, even a condo. The videos accumulated millions of views, each one building on the last, constructing a narrative of family collapse that was irresistible to anyone following the Mayweather saga. The content machine was relentless. One video framed Iyanna as breaking down after Floyd's alleged financial issues were exposed. Another implied she had hired lawyers to distance herself legally from the Mayweather name to protect her own interests. None of these claims came with named sources. None came with documentation. None came with a single on-record statement from Iyanna herself. But the algorithms rewarded the speculation and the speculation fed the algorithms and the cycle continued unbroken. But here is what the research shows. No concrete evidence supports a direct private confrontation between Iyanna and Floyd over money. No verified quote from Iyanna says she blamed her father for her finances. No public statement shows her cutting him off or walking away from the family. What exists is a father who announced new rules, a daughter who defended her lifestyle on camera, and a content machine that filled in the gap between those two facts with speculation and clickbait. Iyanna's own words paint a different picture from the headlines. She has called Floyd her son's only real father figure. She has defended the family's wealth repeatedly. She has pushed back against anyone who calls her spoiled, saying that Floyd worked for decades so his children would never have to struggle and that there is nothing wrong with accepting that. Iyanna's mother, Melissa Brim, weighed in, too. She went on social media to defend her daughter against what she called delusional narratives about Iyanna's relationship and Finan. To credit the household she grew up in for nurturing that passion from childhood. When asked about her parents' involvement in her growing music ambitions, she made it abundantly clear that the support system around her was solid. Unconditional family support would soon be tested in ways nobody could have anticipated. Iyanna's early years in Las Vegas had been defined by proximity to Floyd's world. The camps, the weigh-ins, the victory celebrations, the cameras that captured everything. Floyd and Melissa Brim's own relationship had been complicated. Brim later revealed that she and Floyd did not communicate for years after Iyanna's birth, leaving the initial father-daughter bond uncertain. But by the time Iyanna reached her teens, Floyd's involvement had become consistent and conspicuous. Lavish gifts, public appearances, and a stated commitment to giving his daughter a life beyond anything he had experienced growing up. Then came the relationship that would change everything. Iyanna began dating a rapper, and the relationship immediately became combustible tabloid material. It was volatile from the start, swinging wildly between passionate reunions and bitter public breakups, deeply entangled with the chaos that perpetually surrounded the rapper's personal life and his relationships with multiple women. The rapper had released a track directly referencing their turbulent dynamic and accusing her of slashing his car tires during one of their heated disputes. The relationship was messy, relentlessly public, and careening towards something catastrophic. Then everything detonated. A young Yaya showed up at the rapper's home and found him there with another woman who shared a child with him. According to police reports filed that night, Yaya declared herself the rapper's fiancée and demanded the other woman leave immediately. The verbal confrontation rapidly spiraled into a physical altercation that moved into the
biggest artist as far as in music. He got a cult-like following. I look at him, just like when.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Legacy Round and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.